Today is Saturday, November 12th. I'm starting with chapstick, of course. My eyes are already primed. I have 30 minutes before I had planned to be out the door. Time just gets away from me. And I did do stuff. Yes, I'm a sweaty mess. Took my shower, had the fan on and everything. Did my skincare, yada, yada, yada. Turned this fan off because it makes my voice oscillate as it oscillates. And even though it's like 60 something outside, it's 77 in here. This will be my first time using the Nomad, I can't read it, what to say, Santa's Village, the Christmas palette. Full disclosure, I have my contacts in, which helps me see distance. And so even looking, sorry for poking you in the eye, looking at myself in my viewfinder, I look blurry as hell. I can see me in the mirror down here. I can see me back here, and now I see all the sweat. I am glistening. And so my eyes are primed. I'm going to do a real simple look. I appreciate Nomad's post on Instagram that the shimmers in here are toppers. This, and the one in the middle are toppers. And so this is what I'm wearing today. And sorry, my nose is itching. What's up with that? So I'm thinking do this on one lid, this on the other, top this, and then top that. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll see what happens. This is a matte, this one, and this one. And from looking at videos, this doesn't really show up that well. So if I need to do extra blending, I will do that. I'm using 2 Hourglass number 3 brushes for the lid shades. And we're just going to see what happens. And on some that I saw, this red blended into a pink. And so I'm curious to see on me what's going to happen with it. And this will be my first time using this palette. It was sent to me in PR. Thank you, Nomad, for sending this to me. And I put off using it actually for 2 reasons. One, I don't particularly care for topper shades. And so when I was listening to, well, it's not that I don't like topper shades. When I was watching videos and they were saying they were hard pressed and they were hard to work with and they were hard panning, I was like, I don't know if I want to have that struggle. But I'm thankful for those videos because now I know just to top them and not just try to go in with them as a regular shimmer. When I'm doing this, I'm looking in the mirror back there. And so I'm thinking I will have to use that white shade to blend this out because for me, this is a tacky primer. And I started saying it that way because a friend of mine purchased it. It's the Fenty primer. And she said it wasn't tacky on her. And we may just have, I think, different skin, which we all do. But maybe mine is more dry than hers, my eyelids, even though they don't seem dry to me. And products do wear on people different ways. And so I don't think I'm going to be able to blend this. I'm trying to, but because that primer is there, yeah, this isn't, or maybe when I put the topper on it, just bring that up higher than the red. Yeah, I'm gonna look real funky with this shirt on, and this is what I'm wearing. And it says kinda classy, kinda hood. I'm working at the Playhouse tonight, but before that, I'm meeting a friend out for an early dinner, so I'm really excited about that. So I am gonna look a little off. That'll be the kinda hood part with two-tone eye look. And this shirt, which is orange with black letters, and I have on black leggings. I am seriously sweating. So I think this is the most blending we're gonna do. I will probably do 2 more looks when I come home because usually I'm wired on Mountain Dew. It's an hour drive. The event is from 8 to 2 a.m. 8 tonight to 2 a.m. And hopefully I'll be out and have everything locked up by 2:30, which means I'll be home by 3:30 in the morning. And so I'll be wired on Mountain Dew. I'm just doing this just so you can see me trying to blend out this red. And actually I think it's okay, but then I can't see well. So what I need to do is, oh, you know what, I have this little official YouTubers tool. Where can I sit this? I'm gonna sit that where? Can I feel you? Okay, that helps a little. Oh yeah, that, not a lot, but it helps. Now we're gonna go in with this shade here and put this on the other eye. I was gonna do the dark green, but I do believe that will really clash with this shirt. If it was a black, I would use it as a liner, but it's not. These are pretty shades. I am glad to have this palette because I do really like Nomad's shadows. I like their mattes, I like their shimmers, and again, these are toppers. And they, from what I saw, they are like really chunky, and I don't like chunky monkey shades. However, knowing that they're chunky, knowing that they're toppers, helps me to know ahead of time like how to work with them. And so in that sense, it won't be so bad. And so if I just went in not knowing, I would be like, what did Nomad do? And I've been hearing this is the same formula. I think it was their Studio 54 Disco eyeshadow palette. And I've been hearing that this is the same formula as that one, and that one I don't have. It is I think a 4-pan all shimmer palette. And so that's what I've been hearing. There's a lot of videos on YouTube with this palette. And actually most of the looks I liked. And some were really dramatic, way above my skill set. Y'all know I'm just kind of like a basic troll, just like to experiment and do different things. But, you know, the graphic wings and the liner and all of that, I'm like, that is really pretty. But not something I have even tried to do, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to master, you know, the basic stuff I do right now, to be honest with you, and to just be really comfortable. And I am kind of comfortable, I think, with where I am with how I do my makeup, even though a lot of times I do still experiment. I'm doing this to try to blend out this. It was blending some when I went this way, but right here it wasn't. And looking back there, I do want them to be even as far as how high up they go, because yeah, this is going to be the look for today and tonight. I'm not going to do face paint because I do wear a mask when I'm at the Playhouse, and I would just smear it and smudge it and sweat it off inside the mask. And so I'm not even going to do that, and I doubt that I'm going to even do mascara. And I kind of don't even want to do liner, but I might do a black one. I have a single Pat McGrath black shadow. Is this the same? I can't even... Alright, so we're taking sponge tip applicators. And we're going to go into this shade here, and hopefully this works. And if it is a lot of fallout, you know what? It's going to be okay, because I'm wondering if we should do 2 different shades, like do this on the inner, well, the first half of the lid, and this one here on the second half of the lid. Do we want to do that? Let's just start over here and see. Okay, that's this one right here, and it is a dual chrome because it's looking pink and then it's looking yellow, gold, something. It is coming off. These sponge tips are just so small. I keep checking Amazon to see if there's larger ones, because even just trying to reach over, number 1, is challenging, and number 2, only being able to do like this area at a time, just this small area. I don't feel any fallout on my face yet. I can't say if I see it because I can't see close because my contacts help me see distance. But I am seeing it going on, but it's looking uneven. It's looking patchy. Or that might just be how it looks because it's dual chrome. But trying to see in this mirror down here, and not being able to see distance. I mean, see close. I mean, I see the shine. I guess it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's a topper, right? So we're going to flip it over to this side, and we're going to go into this one in the middle. This is going to be a funky look because these two eyes are going to be so different. And this one is coming off. Is this a dual? Yeah, this is a dual chrome too. Alrighty, so we're going to put this on the inside, and hopefully these will not fall off into my eyes. I have heard too that it does seem to be like an overlay, like you really have to break through like this top coat, and I am seeing that even with this eye. When I was swiping it on, initially it didn't, oh, there's a chunk. It didn't want to go on my lid, but then as I kept swirling it, because initially I was swiping it, but swirling it seems to pick it up a little bit easier, but it's still challenging. I like makeup to be easy. I like to just put it on and it works. And even working with the sponge tips, that's work too, because you see how long it's taking me to do my entire lid. This is taking me almost as long with these two shades as it did with the lid shade that we put under this. And this is a long time. And it's looking patchy. So we're going to overlap right here. These, I don't know, well, I'll say it this way. I don't think I'm doing this palette justice. I do see the shimmer. I think this on the first half of the lid and this on the second half of the lid, I do think it's just kind of blending in together. Okay, we're going to take this one right here, and that's going to go on the first half of the other eye. And we're using a clean side. This was the first side we used, and we're switching to this side, and we're going to put this right here. What I'm going to do, this one seems to be a lot smoother than the other two that I used. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put these over a cream shadow. I was going to say a black base, but this is a dark color, almost black. It's like a charcoal gray, I think, green. I don't know. I'm not good with describing colors. But I do want to try these over a cream base, sorry for smacking, to see if that will help these go on smoother. I have seen people use their fingers with these shadows and they still had problems. I think it's just the texture of the toppers in this palette. I'm still not seeing any fallout, which is good. This one is nice, it's smooth, and even looking on my eyes between this shade and these two, this one looks smooth. I like the color this is given. This reminds me of some of the Pat McGrath metallics, the smoothness of it. If I had sense, I would put this all over the lid, but we're committed to trolling it out. And I'm going to go out like this because I'm kind of hood, kind of classy, kind of hood. We're going to flip it over and we're going to take this right here. I think all of these might be dual chrome. I'm really liking this one right here. We are, what side did I just swipe? Was it this one? Yeah. So I am really just getting in here, swirling. And so we'll have 4 of these shades. I thought this one was going to be darker than the blue. I didn't bother to swatch them because these toppers do not swatch well. And in the videos I saw, I was like, ooh, like they do not show up. But then they're toppers. They're supposed to show up on top of other stuff. And so I'm thankful that I did see those videos. And this is an experience working with these. This is a serious experience because this is taking a long time. Some people use their brush and they wet their brush. So there's different ways you can use it, whatever ways you're comfortable with. I didn't want to use a brush because I didn't want a chance having a lot of fallout, especially knowing I wasn't going to be doing face paint, and especially knowing right after I do this, I'm leaving home. So I would have preferred this one on the inside, but in the pan, I thought it was darker. So this is the first half of the lid, and this is the second half of the lid. I really like how this blue showed up. So the only ones we didn't use was this shade and this one. And we're actually gonna take this one, and hopefully it'll do me like other people and not really show up. We're gonna use that as our transition shade, and I'm hoping this works out, because if not, is this just what we got for the day? Scott Barnes number something. You can probably tell me what it is because you see me using and say it a lot. And I'm debating on, I have a fallout on my eyelash because I can see it shining when I blink. I think I might just stop saying what the brush is and maybe just say, you know, tapered blending brush type of thing, because it's really not about the actual brand of brush. It's just the type of brush. And even with that, you can use whatever type of brush you want to. And those of you who have been here, like, you've seen me use these enough. I'm turning the brush as I go. I want to blend this out, but I don't want to create fallout. And I'm not even sure if that's blending. This fan is a miracle worker. Like, I'm not dripping in sweat like I was earlier. So this is not my best, not my favorite look. I don't really know what to say, and I'm still turning because I want to get a blend here, but yeah, this is not showing up, which I was just wanting it to blend, but I don't even really think it's a blending, but it's not. Maybe it is. I think it's making me look a little dusty, a little ashy. Okay, we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to bring that over here. And since we were layering, maybe I should have blended out the base lid shade before I went in with the shimmer, since we were using a sponge tip to lay the shimmers anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just to have this a little more blended. This is not it, but you know what? At the Playhouse, though, you see all kinds of stuff, so this won't be weird there. It'll just be weird until I get there. And for my for my early dinner with a friend, I'm hoping they're not embarrassed. Like, why'd you come out here like this, Dion? Because I'm a troll, damn it. Okay? And I realized this video is looking like 18 minutes. I know this is long, but I wanted you to just kind of see the process. Troll first time with Santa. I really don't think that's blended. I do want to put something underneath lower lash line, but what? This is a NYX retractable eyeliner in gray. Is it, or is it brown? I can't even see. What does it say? I don't know. We'll see what it looks like. I think this is, yeah, this is gray because this is brown. Purple. Y'all, when I tell y'all, my contacts is the bomb. Like, they do help me see distance. And then I got to put on reading glasses to see up close. You know what? I could put one of them toppers under here on top of this gel, but I think that would be more work than I have time to do right now. I like that better. We're going to just take this fluffy brush and we're just going to blend that out some on both sides. I do want to put a color under here, but what am I going to put that's not going to make this look any wackier than it already is? You know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying. I'm just making up stuff to say so y'all not bored just watching me put on makeup, because I don't think I'm gonna really edit too much. Actually, probably not. I do want to do something else though. I'm going to take a white. I feel like I have a black eye. I do really feel like I need eyeliner on my upper lash line. I really do, because it's just something else just needs to happen. I'm going to take a clean brush like the one we just used, and we're just going to blend that out. Oh, that just blended away. Okay. Alrighty then. I do want to put shadow under here, but there's nothing in this palette. And when I use a palette, I do want to just use the palette, you know what I'm saying? And when I see looks on Instagram, I'm thinking sometimes, like, I want to see how they did that, because is that just that palette? Did they use other stuff? You know what I'm saying? Because I like seeing how things are done, and then I'll wonder, okay, did they use filters? Like, did they enhance the colors? And I'm not saying for this palette, I'm just saying in general, because as toppers, they do show up. But it's like other palettes. I'm like, how did they do that? Or if it's a palette that I've used and color looks one way, and then I see a look and I'm like, what? They got that saturation from that? And I do know Complexion and Undertone pay a difference too. I do want to do liner on my upper lash line, and I'm going to edit this part out. I'm going to use Fenty's Fly Liner, and the shade is Cause I'm Black. Somebody told me they thought I was saying I'm black. I'm caramel colored, okay? I'm tan. Anyway, I'm going to edit this out. I just realized I said I was going to use the black powder shadow from Pat McGrath for my liner. I had forgot. And I remembered that because I was saying to myself in my mind, not talking out loud, I was hoping that the liner didn't run, like if I got sweaty again later. And especially with a mask on, because sometimes my breath be hot. And putting on reading glasses on and off, it sometimes alters the seal around my nose, and then, you know, my breath is going up in my eyeballs. So this is the liner. I'm gonna do some more editing. The liner is there, and what I am gonna do, I'm still gonna take the Pat McGrath, I believe it's called Dark Matter. I'm gonna edit this out. I'm gonna put this on top of the gel liner, only just in case it does want to run later if I'm really sweaty. So I'm gonna edit this part out. This is going to be our finished look. I was going to put eyeliner on my inner rims, but then I can't see to do that, so I'm not going to do a lip, because again, going out for dinner, and then I'm going to be at the Playhouse with a mask on. I'm not going to do any face paint at all, and so just imagine this is all you see. How does that look? So that's our first two looks with the Nomad Sansa's Village palette. And I like the looks. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of work, y'all. It was a lot of work. But I don't have any fallout. So I'm really excited about that. And we used everything in here except this shade and this one, which doesn't really matter. It's a 9-pan palette, so it's not a lot to work through. But this is what we got, and you will see me in the next video. Thanks.